From Senegal to Sugar Hill, trace the bloodline. 100 years of brilliance through the color line. They thought the shackles broke but kept the mental chain. Langston penned the future while they legislated pain. Harlem's ballrooms birthed the cosmos in mahogany, while lynching trees still decorated southern botany. Josephine, Waker's pearls, and Garvey's Navy ships. Du Bois debating destiny with scholarship on his lips. The Renaissance was a renaissance, it was resistance, fam. Every trumpet blast from Armstrong was a battering ram. They gave us minstrel shows, we gave them Sora Neal. Turned depression into art, made the fabricated real. Cotton Club excluded us from tables every set. To form the Deanest Nightly, never free from the deck. But Bessie Smith could shatter glass, shatter cash, shatter lies. Every note she sang contained a revolution in the sky. Build temples from the rubble, make cathedrals from the struggle. Turn the margins to the center, now they study what we scribble. We build temples from the rubble, every generation double the inheritance of genius that they try to keep us from. Fast forward through the decades, watch the pattern reassemble. Malcolm's speeches, Martin's marches, every voice begins to tremble to the earth until the structure shows its fractures. FBI was tracking every coon with every pastor, every actor. 40 acres never came but 40 minutes on a stage. To reconvene your consciousness and channelize the rage. From bebop to hip-hop, the fool lines mathematical. Each generation weaponized the beautiful, the radical. They gave us Reagan, now there's crack and mass incarceration. We gave them Public Enemy and blueprints for liberation. The Harlem Renaissance never ended, just evolved its form. Every freestyle cipher is a brainstorm, is a storm. Where the children of the talented, the tempted, the was prophesied, inherit the fire that the water couldn't wash aside. They tried to write us out the narrative. We offered all on text, 100 years of proof, and that we're destined. Where was next? Temples from the rubble, made cathedrals from the struggle. Turned the largest to the center, now they study what we scribble. We built temples from the rubble, every generation double the inheritance of genius that they tried to keep us from.
All right, this is and you are under the groove. Let's get it in, people. Time to focus on the focus. It's been a long 3 days, man. So long, in fact, that man, I done forgot what the hell to do, man. I'm sitting up like record. Then it dawned on me, dude, this live, man. What you doing? All right, so here we are, man. My bad, everybody. See, that's what happens, when we fall off. Take a day off, man. You forget some shit. But here we are, and there you are. Like to welcome everybody. May your weekend have been some to your satisfaction, man. You were kicking it with the fam. You're doing what you're doing, enjoying your time, man. The people around you that love you, the food, music, whatever it was. Hopefully, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was to you guys' satisfaction. All right. Yeah, ain't nothing going on, man, but the rent, as they say. Here I am, and there you are. I got a few things on my mind, man. I wanted to go into this situation tonight when, we talking about focus on the focus. I wanted to focus on a couple of things that, just popped up in my time, in my news feed. And that regarded LA school district. Some cat over there, man, it's swindling and, taking the money, man. So, they ain't no honor, man. People could care less about the kids, their education, man, and how well they're doing in the world. That goes double, man. Look, you got the government, man, killing the whole school, everybody in the school, man. So, people don't care about the kids, man. That's sad. There's that. I would like to talk about that. Also, man, I just heard some shit about Rihanna's house just got shut up. Now, we don't normally do no reaction stuff, man, but damn, who she done pissed off, make you wonder. Or, I try not to get into that bull crap, but there that is, man. And I'm trying to figure that one out because I'm just like, damn, is it Rihanna or is it, the dude? You know what I mean? Whoever done it. Well, they say it was a female who done it, so your guess is as good as mine. But we can, come up with some shit real quick. Hopefully, though, Rihanna and her babies are all right. In fact, just the whole family, because you don't want to see no harm come to people, man. Regardless, a lot of people, they ain't worth spit, but at the same time, man, you just don't want shit to happen to people, because when you think like that, man, ain't no telling how it come back on you. All right. I see y'all up in here, man. And again, hey, forgive me, man. I'm about 15 minutes late, man, but here I am, late, better late than never, as the saying goes. Let's get it on and let's see what we can come up with. I see you up in here, though, B60. How you doing, bro? Again, man, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man, I'm quite sure you, man, you lived it up, man, and done those things that satisfy you and yours. All right, same go for you, Antonio Anthony. Good to see you, bro. Love and respect to you, homie. You know how we do. Also, man, I call some shit, man. These streets, man, ain't no love in the streets, man. I'm telling you. I saw something last week where a brother, uh, I forget the name of this brother's podcast, back bracken, I think it is. You know, he dropped something I thought was fire. You know what I mean? And I think it was something close to, you know, don't quote me on it, but something like, you know, fuck the streets, you know. And I kind of got, you know, the sentiment he was dropping, you know, what he meant to imply or impart to the people. You know, ain't no honor, man. Ain't no love, ain't no respect, you know, no unity, none of that. His thing, man, I think he has back bracken. Those are the first two names. I can tell you that for sure. Back bracken, and it might be something else. But what he dropped, man, to me, you know, was just, I thought it was empowering, you know. I thought it was empowering. I thought it was a message that if people would listen to it, you know, they get it. You know, they see what he's talking about. Because, well, for me, I can relate to it. I can relate to it. I'll be one of the first to tell people quick, fast, in a hurry. Streets ain't shit, man. And especially the people in them, you know what I mean? Now, some of the people in the streets don't really know any better, you know what I mean? But you got a majority of people who are in the streets claim they about the streets, man. Ain't crap, man. Ain't nothing, you know. Real spit, man. The streets are I don't want to say training, but I think that the streets are influencing. Influencing is a good word. Our people, especially the young ones, how to be just piece of shit. You know, for lack of a better expression or term, just the streets is influencing our young brothers and sisters, peers, just being just pieces of shit. You know, again, there's no honor, man. There's no respect, no real love, man. Dudes that get caught up now, they out here doing what they doing, you know, and ain't for me to speak on it, but you know, it's so evident, it's out there. We all see it, but they want to be so gung-ho in this stuff, you know, they with the business, whatever, get gaffled, get caught up, you know, can't hold water. Can't hold water. And you know, for the most part, man, when them dudes do that type of thing, uh, you know, for me, when I hear, you know, that going down like that, I'm thinking, oh man, they must got really have something going on. They must be taking care of their families, you know, their babies. You know, they're thinking about their baby's future and what's gonna happen to them in their absence and all this. Come to find out, man, these dudes is shit, man. They shit. They can give a damn about the babies, the children's mother, man, their own mamas and daddies, nothing, man. You know, it's just me. And again, it reflects, it shows in how they get down. Once they get gaffled, that's a wrap, man. Anything they know about anything or anybody becomes information for those people. You know, it's like, man, a lot of these cats are agents, you know, or want to be. You know, they want to be on a different payroll, you know, because there's so much going on out here. You know, everybody looking at it. I think some of these individuals are looking at it like, shoot, man, I can get paid on the shit I know, you know, or I can go and do something and probably get from under it just based on what I know, you know, solving cases, you know, and that's sad, man. Again, I'm not trying to advocate nothing, man, you know, especially that life or that part of the culture. You know what I mean? My advice to cats, and it's been that, and it's gonna stay that, man. It's, hey man, gang banging needs to die, man, so brothers and sisters can live, man. We got brothers, and one of the loved ones on this channel was saying, man, brothers is taking lives, losing their lives, and getting life as a result of this lifestyle they're living, man. And this shit don't make no sense. You know, these young brothers, man, get out here again, man, and do the shit they do. You know, damn, man, you got to go into that knowing there are consequences. You know what I mean? You know, again, I'm not trying to advocate it. I'm not trying to glorify it. I'm not even trying to advise them how to be idiots, you know, how to, you know, wreck their lives. You know, that's far from me, man, you know, but it's just sad to see that this is what's going on. You know, again, man, you dudes is out there repping shit that ain't got no meaning. It has no meaning. Again, man, there's no success in game banging, man. None. you know. And again, there's no honor, man. There's no respect. There's no love. There's no unity. You know, it's all just destruction, man. It's all just detrimental behavior, man. I'm telling you, no matter how you look at it. So, you know, these brothers get caught doing the shit they do and then want to start crying or start, you know, T10, you know, start T10, man, you know, and before you know it, 3, 4, 5, damn, man, half of your set in jail because of one cat. You know, and again, these dudes go about things just ass backwards. Again, I'm not trying to advocate nothing, but homie, if you got an ankle monitor on, what the hell are you really thinking? It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. What it describes is these dudes are not, they not dialed in, man. You know, just on the face of the gang shit and how they do that shit, they're not dialed in. Then you add to the equation, dudes, you know, doing what they do, you know, a lot of them want to go, you know, hit licks or whatever, man, and go about that ass backwards. They're not dialed in, man. These dudes they zoned out. They zoned out. They just think, okay, I'm gonna go do this, but they're not thinking about the consequences. That is not until they get gaffled. And I'll tell you something, man. For if any of you young cats are listening, you know, yeah, this is Under the Groove podcast. Yeah. Hey man, this shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. You know, better off, you know, getting you a job, man. Planning your life, planning the future for yourself, for your kids. A lot of you young cats got kids. You know, I don't know what the relationship, you know, with your children are, but hey, man, if you're not thinking about yourself, start thinking about these babies, man. Because at the rate y'all going, what y'all are exemplifying, that means, man, them that's coming up behind y'all sees, there's a probability they're going to be worse off, you know. So if it ain't something y'all feel like is, you know, it's worth doing to the point where, you know, you go and do this as a nine shit, you know, if you think it's worth it, hey, man, hold your water. Shut the hell up. Shut up, man. You know, and that ain't just on Hoover Street. That's all of them, man. They all do it. It's as if today, man, that is the thing to do. I mean, you dudes get on social media and y'all the business, y'all hard as granite. That's up until they get you. You know, I don't know when y'all start singing. You know, I don't know what group y'all been with, if you've been solo all this time, but y'all start singing soon as they get you in the police car. You know, or as soon as they get you to the station, you dudes start singing like you have careers, like you guys been really, you know, Grammy winners and shit. Shit is sad, man. And this go for all y'all, man. All y'all. If you cannot look, man, there is no honor in this shit, man. Period, point blank, man. I'm not gonna just keep going over and saying the same shit, man. You know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us say these things to y'all, you know, not just this channel, but all kind of channels. You know, this shit ain't worth it, man. There's no success and ain't nothing but failure, man. You're gonna take a life, you're gonna lose life, or you're gonna get life while living in this, you know, this lifestyle. You know, it's no win, man. It's no win. And I know it don't help you guys, man, when most of what y'all get up in the mornings, first thing you do is grab your phone, see who dropped the latest diss or, you know, disrespect on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. This is what y'all look for, man. So y'all can one up somebody. The whole thing is, though, man, all y'all on the same playing field. All you dudes, man, is going to be telling on one another and each other. You know, you know, now that I think about it, man, it might be the way to stop game. We get rid of you idiots, man. So these young brothers, man, that actually want to live and do something with themselves, man, they got, you know, an open road, man. They ain't got to worry about being jumped in or being pressed, or joining, you know, a bunch of snitches. You know, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, you know. And again, you know what make it worse, though, again, y'all get up in one, y'all grab these phones and y'all looking at this content that people are dropping, and the people who dropping this content, they don't even get, They don't understand no more than y'all do, man. Tell you the truth. If these channels is dropping this stuff where it keeps this dissension, this back and forth, this detrimental content, who did what to who, and da 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 da, man, just adding to the problem, and we've said this before on Under the Groove, man. This, it's all bad. Social media is a problem, straight up. Yeah, social media has to take some of the blame for this stuff, because you see it all day long on social media. Dudes talking about so-called down individuals telling on each other, or doing something to one another. All we see on social media, man, is brothers at each other's throats. I mean, for real, man, just super hard until the shit hit the fan. Till the shit hit the fan, man. And that shit hitting the fan is you going to jail for life. And you figure, hey, man, I'm not going to do that. But you did the shit. You did the shit. Now you don't want to do the shit. Now you don't want to do the time. It's crazy, man. But again, man, some of that blame need to go to some of these social media channels where all they do, and I'm going to tell you, again, man, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not reacting to nothing. I'm just speaking about something that's sad, man. If we just really look at it for what it is. It's sad, man, to see our brothers be involved in this lifestyle. But then, when the shit hits, they can't handle it. It's something, all of a sudden it hits them. A light goes on. Oh, no, I don't want this. You don't want that life sentence now, huh? That would have made sense if you thought about it before you jumped your ass in this get out. A lot of y'all don't know, hey, man, the job was really hard. Y'all didn't know the job was hard before you took it. Now you know the job is hard and you said, oh, I can't do this. Badass dudes. Dudes is marks, man. But again, I'm telling y'all, we got some issues, man, in our community where these dudes are being led astray. They're being influenced, man, by another influence. You get me? Real shit. You go on these channels, you see these dudes at each other's throats. Oh, man, been running this for one. Oh, I ain't taking no, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to do that. Come on, man. All this shit weak, man. All this shit weak. And for those who drop this shit, who push it, weak, man. Weak. Grown-ass men. Grown-ass men pushing stuff, pushing content that they know is going to influence these young cats who ain't developed, man. Let's be honest. A lot of them ain't developed. I don't get, man, they can be 25, 26. They still not developed mentally. They don't know when they're being manipulated or exploited. They don't know. Most of them stay high all day long. On what? I don't know. But I know they're not in their right state of mind and they're being taken advantage of. You know what I mean? But look, man, these same people pushing this stuff, man, you see them on social media, they getting pumped. I just call it what it is, man. Getting pumped left and right. One day you're cool, the next day you sworn enemies. You're either gonna take a fade or you ain't. You ain't taking no fade. I'm shooting. Man, this shit weak, man. It's weak, man. It's doing a disservice to the community, man. Straight up. Straight up, man. And if the shoe fit, wear it, man. The shoe fit, wear it, man. Listen to the shit y'all be talking about, man. Who got what, man, and who outdoing who, and I'll pull up and all this and all that. Man, that's some coward shit. That's all buster shit, man. Straight up, man. Straight up, man. You dudes are so, it's like, damn, y'all so hungry, y'all that hungry that y'all willing, man, to lay a path in front of other individuals who don't really know no better of destruction. Lead them, see y'all doing this back and forth shit. Yeah, man, they think that shit cool, man. They think it's cool, man. Then when you get some brothers who are willing to go on social media, regardless what they hit past history was, but they're willing to go and say, man, I think this, that, and the third, man, we need to get our shit together. Y'all ride down on him. Try to make him look bad, for content. All for content. And the truth is, man, come on, man, this shit ain't really all that, man. It really, it's not. It's not, man. If it was money in this shit, like y'all be trying to make you be, come on, man. That money would be a springboard to somewhere. You say, man, I gotta hurry and get the hell away from this because it's just a matter of time before the crosshairs are on me. See it every day, man. Every day. And these are grown ass men, supposedly, with no understanding, man. Like they don't get that shit. Each and every one of y'all who partake in this shit, number gonna come up. And I'm telling you, man, 99% of y'all get punked on these platforms, on these channels, man. You know, none of you dudes really got any real concrete, anything solid, positive, productive to give to the people, man. Y'all just laying down just disunity, man, and destruction, man, negativity. You know, y'all do it for the creation of content. The biggest sellouts, man. Worse than the snitches. Straight up. And it's about time, man, people start just speaking truth to power, man. You know, telling it like it is, man. Listen, man, you dudes are a problem. Shit, world is passing us by, man. And all you dudes have to offer just more stagnation, man. More stagnation. Sad shit, man. I have to say. And the fact of the matter is, again, man, I'm used to calling a spade, home. You know, a strike. Most of you dudes ain't even built like that. Again, yeah, y'all say it. It's all social media. Hey, man, if that ain't your get out, man, stop this shit, man. Because you're not helping nobody. You're causing more damage to the community, actually, man, than game bangers. You know, you dudes, it's like y'all go and formit bullshit so that you can have content. It's March, man. I said this last year around the same time. I said, man, it's early. I said, but watch how these guys get down. Watch how these stump down dudes get down. How these respectable, you know, Crips and Bloods get down. Watch how they do. They're going to create a lot of shit so they can have content. Here it is. It's March. Summer around the corner. Watch, man. And they're going to be the same individuals, man. The same individuals. You know, if social media, if reactionary sites was a gang, a lot of y'all need to be kicked off the set, though, for real. Because y'all reacted to the wrong shit, man. Y'all supposed to be reacting to how the community, man, needs to be uplifted or empowered. You know, y'all supposed to be reacting to brothers not taking care of their business, man. As opposed to brothers being buffoons and idiots wasting their lives in these streets, man. I mean, for real, man, from every set. No one's exempt. Everybody's doing this shit, man. For what? For what? And I'm telling you, man, the shit gets get dry like the Sahara. And that's when we start to see y'all turning on each other. Every day. Every day, man. Shit is sad, man. And you dudes, man, like I say, man, a lot of you dudes is marks, man. Real marks, man. Cats ain't no OGs, man. You know, you hear it enough. You hear it said a lot with these cats. Oh, I'm OG. I know you're not. No, you're not. Pretty sure somebody from over the way y'all from. So, nah, man, you ain't really that. No. Shit is sad, man. We got these young brothers, man, to the point where, again, man, first off, man, a lot of them is on these drugs, man. A lot of them are being misguided, you know, being led the wrong way, you know, by so-called influencers. You guys, that word means something. You got people following you, man. for all the wrong reasons, man. Y'all leading these dudes to jail, man. And I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna take responsibility. You know, first thing out y'all mouth, this is a bag. Get my bag. I'm gonna get my bag. You know, always talking about what you got and all this old shit. Don't mean shit. And I'm telling you, dudes are old enough to understand that, man. You ought to know money don't mean shit for real. It's not your wealth, man. It's not where your wealth lies, man. You dudes supposed to know this shit. You know? So, like I said, I'm gonna say what I say, man, but I always keep respectful. You know, we cool until we ain't, you know. We cool until we ain't. A lot of you dudes are selling us out, man. Selling out the people. You know, and this is coming from somebody who know what that is. In the streets, man, doing the same shit. And thought I was good at it. I had to become an adult, man, to understand, man, that I was selling out the people, man. I was hurting the people, man. I was influenced. I influenced my little brother. He ended up dead. You know? That's what y'all doing, man. Y'all killing brothers, man. Y'all helping. Y'all assisting in killing brothers. Either through life in prison, man, or to the grave, man. And the shit is disrespectful, man. It's shameful, man. And all you real G's, and y'all know who y'all are, man, because the son from every neighborhood, every set, every game, man, y'all got to start saying something, man, for real. Y'all got to start saying something for one of these fools, man. Do something to one of y'all people, man. And then have y'all back in that state of mind. But see, a lot of cats don't really get how the real shit go. How does real shit go, you know? But you fuck with one of mine, it's a wrap. I don't give who coming. We all go, you know? Y'all know, man. All the more reason for y'all to step up y'all game, man. Y'all's influence, that shit, that real shit. Because I'm telling you, man, these young cats, there's certain individuals they will listen to, hands down. They'll listen. Get hold of these cats, man, before these cats do something stupid. And before you know it, somebody you know or you're close to will be affected, man. It's going to be too late then. Ain't nobody saying hang on the set, hang in the hood all day. No, man. No, I would never advocate that. But I'm saying, man, we have a responsibility, man. When we pushing through it, we pulling up, we rolling through it, we grooving up, whatever. We moving through, you know, stop 2-3 minutes, man. What's up, man? Da, 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 da. Go get a bite to eat right quick, you know. Drop them gems, man, and them jewels, man. Lace them dudes, man. Let them know, man, this shit is a dead end. It's a dead fucking end, man. And we got cats, man, out here, man, pushing the shit like it's the shit. That you ain't nobody unless you kill another brother, or you die by the hand of another brother, or you go and do life because of another brother. That's the message, man. That's the message. Again, man, these channels, man, this so-called social media is an addiction, man. Our people is caught up on this stuff, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, it's carrying more weight than a lot of us want to acknowledge. A lot of us know, but, you know, they hush about it. Because, again, you know, they think they're getting a bag. You're just part of the problem. Actually, you could be labeled an agent because of what you're pushing. And what you're pushing, man, is the demise, man, of brothers and sisters, man. Fucking off our future. And a lot of y'all good at it because you wasn't really good at it when you called yourself being in the streets. You know? So for a lot of y'all, it's get back. I don't know. What I do know is shit is wrong, man. The shit is wrong. Straight up. You know, again, man, to the OGs, man, to the ones who, you know, the foundation come from, who helped set the foundation. Y'all know this shit better than most. Man, y'all got to start speaking up, man. Y'all got to start speaking up, man. I'm telling you, man, because if we don't, something's gonna, man, that's just the way shit is. You know what I mean? That's how life works sometimes. It's better to get hold of these cats now, man. Lace them right. Let's guide them. Let's help guide them. Let's mentor them, you know, before they do something stupid that may affect you, man. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. I had a little brother, and I'm pretty sure I influenced him wrong, man. I'm pretty sure of it, man. The dude could have been in pro sports, man. I enabled him, man, to do everything but that. I go do life, man. A few years later, he ended up dead. In the thick of things, man. Trying to be like bro, or like any other individual who was carrying themselves like that, you know? Ain't no success in this shit, y'all. Y'all know this shit, man. You dudes, man, y'all wrong, straight up. And you young brothers, you getting in this shit, and then you find out, man, oh shit, I'm caught up. And you want to start T10 on everybody. You're wrong. Where y'all got that shit from, I don't know. But it's wrong. It's wrong, one, to be doing the shit you're doing. It's wrong, two, man, to do the shit you're doing, get caught, and then want to tat on everybody. That's wrong, man. You know? Get this shit together, man. We got to get it together, man, because I'm telling y'all, we're losing. The whole world is going forward, man, and we stagnant as fuck. You wonder why mugs be talking the shit they talk about us. Look at us, man. Look how we doing. Look how we do each other. The hell, you wouldn't think another individual would see this behavior that we give to one another, thinking that, oh, they not gonna think that's cool to do too. Well, y'all do it to yourselves. Why the hell you gonna tell me not to use the N-word or not to say fuck you and you know try to push up on you, anything? We're setting an example. We're influencing individuals to treat us the way, you know, they're treating us because of how we act and how we treat each other, man. Shit is crazy. We want to point fingers and shit. Oh, they can't this and they can't that. Yeah, they can, because that's what they see us doing. Come on, man. We train people to treat us the way they treat us, man. We've been trained to treat each other the way we treat each other. You know, learn behavior, man. So what we do, we pass it on. Come on, man. Y'all don't see the shit, man. This shit is messed up. Messed up, man. Whole families take hits. You know, not just the daddy go to jail, end up dead. The mama go to jail, end up dead, and the babies is left. You know, with grandparents, it's like shit tired already, and having to deal with their kids' bulls, you know, for the longest. And you're stuck, they're stuck with their 2, 3, 4 kids. Man, y'all don't see, man, y'all making a bad situation worse. Do you see that, or is it that you don't give a damn? That's the question, I think. Do you even care? I think not. I wonder what the RGC think, man. Do these brothers even care? You know? And I'm not just talking about the ones in the street doing what they do, and when they get gaffer, they start telling. We already know they don't care. I'm talking about these influencers, man, who drop this stuff every day. What they dropping, man, is just influence, negative influence. Do they care? I think obviously not. They dropping it, you know? I just don't think they give a damn, you know? And it's sad. It's some sad shit, man. All right, I just want to, it ain't even about getting that off my chest because, like I say, man, it can be any day of the week, man, and I'm gonna have that. I can have that discussion, that conversation. We can dialogue about it. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and we can debate on it. Any one of y'all, any one of y'all, especially for those of you who think what you're doing is harmless. I'd like to know that too. Do you think the shit is harmless? This content y'all constantly putting out every day about brothers warring against brothers, disrespecting brothers, hating brothers, killing brothers. Come on, man. Y'all can't think that. Let's touch bases with the people, man. Well, like I say, what it do, B60? I see you, bro. You too, Antonio. Jonathan Roper, man. Peace and blessings. Right back to you, man. All right, Full Pocket say, what's up, big homie? What's up, loved one? How you doing? Yeah, facts, homie. Facts. We up against some straight stupid stuff, man. And we're not winning. There's no success, man. If listen, man, care how y'all try to frame this shit, man, especially those of you who are doing this shit. If one brother fail, we fail, homie. We fail. When brothers succeed, we succeed, man. Come on, man. Full Pocket say, man, it took me a long time and 13 years behind the wall to just say, damn, cuz I need to chill. Real shit. You know what's sad about that? Most dudes my age, older and younger, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, going through this same experience, an unnecessary experience, man. You got to be taken away from you. You got to go there to realize your mistakes, man. Realize that you done left your mama, your grandmama, your mama, your wife, your daughter, your kids been defenseless, unprotected. Because you got cats out here now would walk up, sidle up on your women, the women in your family, and want to put them on the blade. You did? So we up in there, we see what's happening, and it's like, damn. Damn. I sacrificed all that for this, to be in these walls. We knew better before it happened. A lot of us, like I say, knew the job was hard when we took it. But it ain't the same when it hits you, man. You up in there, man, and shit start happening. Grandmama, mama, might pass away, may pass away. Dad might pass, granddad may pass away. Loved him, loved her, loved them. You can't even be there to lay them to rest, send them home. And you reflecting like, what the fuck? Come on, man. God, this shit is crazy. Kids getting caught up. You look up your kids doing what you did. You got to know that's some backwards stuff, man. At least I did. Told my son off the rip, dude, you're not built for this. In fact, there's no reason for you to do this. I did it. Elevate the game, man. Set something else in place for the family. Do better than me, man. And not in this, this realm. Not on this stage. Elevate above that, This is what we're supposed to be here for, man. To inspire our people, man. To guide them, lace them, to school them. To let them know, man, it's not the right, the way to go is not in my footsteps. But it's to make your own, man. Elevate above me. Do better than dad. So when your son's time comes, he knows that he's supposed to do better than you. Come on, man. This some buzz. This some bullshit, man. Straight up. This bullshit. And we don't realize it till we get up in the joint. And our family, like, basically naked, unprotected. And we got those who say they loved us, they respected us, they bro, homie. But they trying to pimp our females and shit. Come on, man. I don't know how y'all can't see this shit wrong, man. I mean, bro, it's so wrong. It's so damn, man, to even do this shit anyway says a lot about these individuals, man. Says a lot about them, man. Raymond Skull 102, what it do, loved one? Peace and blessings, you and the fam, man, to the Rays as well. You know, may you guys, you know, just day, man, your weekend have been everything you wanted to be, loved one. How you doing, bro? You say salute to Bub, salute to you, Bub, and the Royal Group congregation. Peace and blessings to everyone. There you go. All right, sister. All right, Queen Lisa Morris, Grand Rising, big brother. Blessings to you and the family. Peace, blessings, and love to the kings and queens in the chat. B1 equals black first, man. It's like it's minus B1. We're trying to subtract. You know, we got brothers putting in work subtracting from the ranks, man, from the cause, man. We trying to eliminate as many brothers as we can. You know, and some are doing it for content. Some are doing it because they think they're going to get a reputation. Some are doing it because they think they're going to get away with it. You know, some are doing it just because they ain't got no love, man. For self first, or anybody else that look like them, resemble them. B1, man, black first. Black first, man. This is what we got to start pushing, man. Then we don't do this, man. I'm telling you, it's almost like we cooked. You know, I see the negativity, man, and I see how far it can go, you know. But also, man, I see, you know, right in front of that, man, a possibility, a probability, an opportunity for us, man, to change this shit, change the direction, man, in which we're going, man. But brothers got to want to be down for this type of shit, man. For this type of shit. Yeah, I know it's asking for a lot from a lot of these dudes who make their living dropping negative content about brothers killing brothers. Brothers do what they know. You know what I mean? Sad, man. Rakufu. No. Man, I was chilling so hard over the weekend, bro. I forgot. I'll tap in with Rome tonight, though. I will, bro. Matter of fact, I'll get somebody on that right now so that, you know, boom. You know, I'll do that so I'll be able to talk to you in a little bit. All right, so my bad on that, homie.
Sounds good. I'll be here whenever
you're ready. Look at this fucking phone. It just came on. It just started talking to me. Damn. Yeah, man, we in a messed up way, man. But anyway, peace and blessings to you, bro. How was your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man? Hope, you know, to your liking. Let's say it was to your liking, all right? And here you are, peace. You know, it's a blessing to see you amongst us, bro. Queen Nzinga said, peace and blessings to the Royal Group congregation. B1, kings and queens. Black first, kings and queens. Four pockets say, peace and love, queen. Alonzo, what it do, loved one? All right, peace to the RGC and the you, Bub, and yours. Right back to you, bro. Right back to you. No snitches, man. No gang members. No gang banging, man. No selling out, man. No working for, you know, the system, you know, the establishment, man, to keep bringing us further down and, you know, keeping us down. No more helping to assist in keeping us stagnated, you know? Yeah. All them knows. All them knows. No, Alonzo, I didn't look at my emails. I'll look at them, you know, while we talking, as a matter of fact. Man. Yeah, I call myself, you know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you know, chilling, you know, hanging out with the wife, doing what we do. And, you know, I started getting in stuff, shit started, you know, people started sending me stuff. And again, man, I'm like this, man. I don't do the reactionary thing, man. I'm not with that, man, because there's just too much negativity involved in that. And again, man, that type of situation, that space, man, if we all just recognize it, you know, acknowledge this, man, everybody, the majority of individuals in that space, 99.9%, they all turn on each other at some point. That's how I think that's how messed up that shit is, man. That's how messed up social media is, you know. And as a result, man, we see this stuff being played out, man, you know, over the social media airway. We see it. Again, man, we see dudes 1 minute, they cool. They blowing together, man, drink, they chopping it up, man. You know, talking about how they hung out and all. The next day, man, F you and F you. You know, we can get down, you know, just a lot of hook shit. A lot of hook shit. But anyway, that's how bad this shit is, man. That's how bad social media is. You know? And ain't nobody saying nothing. That makes it even worse. Makes it even worse, man. And these cats got individuals, got us, the people thinking it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. Don't sweat me about it. Hey, man, you know, I'm just reacting. I say a whole lot of shit. I'm not, man. It ain't necessary. Yeah, I got it right here, though, Alonzo.
We're one of the only social media agencies that guarantees 1 million views.
Yeah, I got it right here, bro.
But honestly, that is just kind of what we say from.
Okay, I think I might put that up on the Get Down. I think I'll put that up on the Get Down, bro. We could discuss that. You know, but yeah, man, that's you know, that's what it's about, man. That's the situation we in, all right. And the shit is sad, you know. For Pocket say, man, it's all in they plan, big homie. They found a way to continue to keep us divided. Yeah, you know, the playbook. I'm telling you, the playbook is just a huge volume of all kind of tricks and plays, man. You know, all kinds, you know, divide and conquer type stuff, man. You know, it's all kind of stuff in there, man. And we see a lot of it being played out in our communities, man. We see a lot of brothers succumbing, well, you know, or going along with the playbook. With the playbook, man. And you know, that's what's sad. That's sad, man. Raymond Scholes said, man, and these social media platforms are the major distractions that keeps us divided and unfocused on the real fight. Think about how smart and intelligent our people were during the civil rights movement. You know, well versed, man. You know, eyes was on the prize. You know what I mean? Eyes was on the prize, man. Alonzo Johnson said, Mama used to say, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, son. Hello. But, you know, I think mothers of the day, the mothers of these young cats, I don't know what happened. You know, they didn't get the memo, you know, so they weren't able to pass it along. Or maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know what to think, man. And that's why I need you guys jumping here. Let me know what you think about what's being discussed right now, man. Am I right or wrong? Is it viewed the same way? Are these brothers helping to assist in our stagnation and downfall? You know, real simple question. You know, not only that, but how do you address or approach these individuals who sweeping down that, hey, man, they're doing no harm to the community by dropping the content they drop? How do you approach these? How do we even breach the subject with these cats without them, one, being offended, as though, you know, we trying to tell me what to do? I'm a grown ass man, you know, but don't carry themselves in that fashion. You know what I mean? How do we even, you know, have this conversation with these cats without them feeling like somebody trying to push, you know, trying to run roughshod over them? You know, and I'm gonna tell you something else. That's the mindset of a lot of busters, man. That's what they think. Immediately, they get offended. They get in their feelings. You know, when somebody try to tell them some real shit. You know, marks do that, though. I'm gonna tell you the truth. They do that shit. You know, my mama used to say, man, when you hit the nail on the head, or, you know, when you tell the truth, you're just hitting the nail on the head, or a hit dog or holler. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats react just like that, man. Just like that. Get real defensive. You know? I don't know. Yeah. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Rakufu said, Bub, we must try to save as many of our people as possible. But very sad to say, everybody not on board to strive for moral and spiritual to strive for moral and spiritual as well as economic elevation. But one way or another, we will win. And that's been our memo, I think, with our people. Again, man, we got all kind of people, myself included, who was a part of the problem. You know, who's a part of the problem, man. And it took, man, just getting bashed upside the head, man, before it dawned on, you know, a lot of us that, hey, damn, man, I've been doing this shit wrong the whole time. You know? So I'm saying that to say, man, some of us can be saved, man. But then, yeah, we got those, man. They ain't worth the plug nickel, homie. Straight up. Straight up. They ain't worth squat. They ain't worth squat, man. You know? Yeah, so, you know, you might have to leave them by the wayside, man. You know? Just leave them by the wayside. Drop them off right there and just, hey, man, let's go on about our business, man. You know? And then here say straight marks. And again, man, you know, and again, you know, they all over the place, man. They are all over the place. In the end, you know, some of them, we still see them be yammering and shit. In the same way you see them yammering, you know, all on social media, like, you know, they'll be doing that same yammering when eventually them people catch up with them. Same yammering. It's just how you know. Just how you know. That type of talk, that type of get down, that's an indication right there, man. It's an indication. Anytime you willing to get on social media and go all in and crash out and all this, all right. All right, man. That's an indication. Yeah. Lonzo, man, said, man, they've been influenced by informants, man. A whole lot. Yeah, you got a whole lot of them on social media, too. Got the people fooled. Got them fooled. They the business. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, it's funny and sad at the same time, man. It's funny, you Billy Badass, you're all this shit like you but then it's sad to see you go out like a sucker. To see them go out like suckers. You know. Man. Tell the truth, Alonzo. You say scared of the police and rednecks, though, right? For real. For real. And the Mahindas. But see a brother, man, to be ready to end him. Oh, some bullshit. But the police can jack your pants all up in the crack of your ass, funnel you, you know what I mean? you know, disrespectful stuff. Rednecks get out of line with you. I ain't listening to him. You know, the Mahindas, man, you know, disrespect you. Man, you know, they cool. That's bro there, man. I ain't tripping that, you know. But soon as the brother do something, say something, or look a certain way, or be dressed a certain way, going all in. Cowards, man. Cowards. You ain't putting in no work. This shit y'all doing now. That real work, man, is taking care of your community, man. That's that real work. You take care of your community in the right way, man. You know, you want to see it empowered. You want to see it evolve. You want to see it prosperous. You want to see it positive. You know, you want to see it where brothers and sisters ain't strung out on dope. Gang of homeless people, man. You know, sisters up and down Fig or any other street, man, that sponsor that type of lifestyle. You know, you want to see where brothers ain't putting the sisters out there like that. In most of the cases, be y'all homies doing this to your sisters, man, your daughters, maybe even your mamas. But y'all won't do nothing about that. Stump down cowards, man. Stump down. James, what it do, bro? East Compton, California on the tip. And what's good, bro? Yay, man. I'm telling you, man, the only thing I can foresee that's going to be good for us is us getting it together, coming together. B1 being the motherfucking issue. Straight up. That's what's going to be good, man. When we get rid of these suckers and we can really start to do some things, man, get some work done, that's going to be good. That's going to be what's good, Raymond Scott said, man, our brothers and sisters were intelligent then and intimately understood the system they were fighting against. They had strategic methods to fight the system at that time. Now we're collectively lost. Anthony Tibbs said, man, a major disservice to our communities, without a doubt. Right. Ain't no lie, though, Alonzo. That's some real spit what Raymond just said. James said, man, gangs are one reason the black man's image has been tainted. And look how they perceive our queen sisters, huh? And I tell y'all, man, intentionally, I never talk down on the sisters or have discussions about them, man, in ways that we need to have discussions, though. Just like our brothers, man, we got to, be able to discuss or have dialogue that evolves around our sisters and their conduct and behavior as well. But I want to always, be in a position of respect, for our queens, even if we don't want to label them like, because we see them and they're less than, they still queens, man, But the only time I'm comfortable as a man talking about, this, is when we got a sister and she in it and she's saying, she's speaking truth to power. Then I know it's okay for me to say something because she's saying it. Now, I'm just, okay, yeah, you're right, sister. And by the way, But, until then, I refrain from going in on our sisters and their behavior, how they're carrying themselves, And again, though, man, we got brothers, man, that treat them a certain way, man, and, everybody got to be accountable, though, for their own behavior. Everybody has to be responsible, man, for how they carry themselves, real spit. So we can't always be saying, man, well, it's the brother's fault because we started treating our women like whores. They always a B word, we beating them, we abusing them, we impregnate them and leave them by themselves, all kind of shit. Yeah, we at fault in a lot of ways. I'm telling y'all, man, I know a gang of brothers who are real men when it comes to their women and their children, their families. See, they don't get the limelight. We get these suckers in the limelight more than we get these real black men in the limelight. I can understand a lot of the reluctance of a lot of solid, stomped down brothers. I get it. Because you could go and want to talk just in a positive way, man. You know what I mean? Something about empowering oneself or whatever with these young cats. And then even some of the brothers our own age. But you got to be careful because now you don't know who the police or who work for them. There's so many, man. Yeah, man, that's what's bad though, man. Major disservice, man. But you were saying, brother, and look how they perceive our queen sisters. Ghetto fabulous ain't the way no more. Let's grow up and live peacefully together. Yeah, man. I had mentioned last week, one of the sisters said something about the maybe it was a clip or something about the hair and all this. And and that's something we see. Sisters don't, those sisters, they have the, the cornrows and the dreads, right? Boom. That's more of a natural look. Excuse me. But now we have sisters, man, not even themselves no more. They trying to be somebody who's actually trying to be them. They're trying to be Yeah, we got work to do, bro. You're in that lie, James. Yep, Alonzo, let's get to work. We got to do better, man. Gangster Deezy, Content gonna get somebody unalive. That's the I'm saying though. Okay, now I don't have to go into detail because that again, I'm not in that space. But what I'm talking about or what I'm referencing, what I'm alluding to, we all know, we should know. And it ain't just over there that shit is happening. It's all over. Anywhere there are so-called black gangs and these so-called, you know, whatever they call themselves, man. We see that, right? But we see the content. The content continues to push the narrative. You get it? So if it's so-and-so, something happened to so-and-so by so-and-so, it's out there. And it ain't just out there for content. It ain't out to say, man, look, man, this what happened. You know, man, this got to stop, da. The way the narrative is put before the people in social media is done in such a way where it incites. It incites. It influences. Part of the problem. Part of the problem, man. And that is the type of stuff that get people dead. And these cats know it. Y'all can't tell me they don't know it. I'm telling y'all, they know it. They know what it does. They know the impact of it. They got to know because this is all they push. For a lot of them, it's their livelihood, man. So they don't care about the lives in the balance. They don't care. Only thing matters is their livelihoods. Well, man, that's messed up, man. Content will get you killed. And I'm telling y'all, and that's why I said what I said about the G homies, man, our loved ones. Don't wait for one of these knuckleheads to get influenced by one of these busters, man. For something to happen to somebody you love, then you got to act. And you out here doing all you supposed to be doing because now you about the family. You see how important structure is. You know how important structure is, especially family structure. Man, don't wait, man, to that point, man. When now you got to come out of a bag, man, and you know, whole households come up short. That's how cats play that way. A lot of cats don't know that, man, but that's true, true to form. This content will get us caught up, man. This is why we need to do away with it. To keep individuals, man, sane. Keep them building, keep them with the family. That's, keep them in the family, keeping the family together. Oh, man, don't wait, man, for something to happen and you get taken away because you have to address it. You're going to have to address it. A man would. Don't wait for that, though. Let's nip this in the bud, man. This is some preemptive shit. You know what I mean? We got to strike preemptively, to make sure that shit don't fall on our families. That's the way that's supposed to be, though, man. All right, Gangsta DZ, appreciate you in the get out, man. And I appreciate that comment, man. And by the way, everybody, in case you don't know, this is Under the Groove Podcast. All right. We're touching bases with the people, man. This is what we do, man. We everything above board here, man. Ain't no shady shit, man. Ain't no disrespect, man. We call ducks, ducks. We call spades, spades, and a strike. And if anybody feel disrespected because the truth is being spoken on this mug, hey, man, straight up, straight up, But hey, man, like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe, man, to Under the Groove Podcast, man. Hey, appreciate you, Gangsta DZ. Appreciate that. James say, but let's not blame our people. All skin ain't kinfolk, my brother. What have them brothers and sisters outside of America done for us? No, for real though. F them. We got to worry about us, homie. And I'm speaking specifically about us. That's not even in the equation though, James. I understand what you're saying. Right now, man, we talking about us, man. We talking about us here, right here, man, in these 50 states, where we starting to see gang banging take root, man, in places we wouldn't have never thought it would have, or that it would. You know, we seeing brothers, man, picking up this BS, man, and they're doing more harm to each other, man, than anybody else is doing to us. So yeah, we're talking about brothers and sisters here. Make no mistake about that. We have to address our issue, us, here. For Pac said, man, selfish ambition. It's a shame that we ate the only group of people that can't come together. That we ain't. I hear you, man. Lonzo, if my dumb ass can change, anybody can change. I know that because nobody can be slower than me. I'm super slow. Tell me about it. And I say this all the time, man. If I realize, and I'm like you, and there's so many like us who will say and can say truthfully the same thing. If we can make the change, man, then God dang on. It's just a decision. It's a choice. You know, it's a choice, man. So many dudes from everywhere have made this choice. Stump down individuals, by the way. Hey, made the choice, man. And if they can do it, it can be done. That means it can be done. That ain't motivation. That's inspiration. You know, that's an example. You know, straight up, man. We were all super slow. That's why we was in the shit we was in. Didn't know no better. James said, man, I'm not into all that trying to reach people outside when we can't even, mess around, get in touch with each other. I mean, with all due respect, I don't give not one flying flick what's going on in Africa or other places. Yeah, and like I said, I get that. I think that, yeah, there is the issue of us. We got to deal with it. We got to find a way to deal with us, get us right. And I'm saying, we say this all the time, though, James. We can't help nobody, man. We can't help a soul if we can't help ourselves first, man. Facts. You can't, man. I hear you loud and clear. So until such a time, man, where we gotten to the point where we know how to help one another, we help ourselves so that we can help others, here first. Then we can start focusing on our brothers across the water or wherever they may be. So I hear you. Focus on the focus, man. That's it. That's all. Focus on the focus. Man, Alonzo said, man, I'm doing well, my good brother, just reading and trying to get my mind right and trying to stay out of the way. Sometimes, though, y'all, we got to get in the way, man. We got to get in the way. If it's just for a moment, if it's brief, got to get in the way, and by that, it could be just saying something, that needs to be said. It don't necessarily have to be about doing something, It could just be about, making it aware that you are aware. You see that shit or whatever, Not in a way, though, where, because a lot of these dudes are idiots, for real, for real. A lot of them are idiots and on drugs, Mamas and daddies are scared to talk to them because they so spaced out. Don't know if they're going to do something to them. So I get it. But sometimes we got to get in the way. And that goes double for parents. Man, I can't begin to tell y'all, man, this shit is crazy. Crazy. Raymond Scholes said, man, our people focus on material possessions, then degrade those who don't have it while putting themselves on a pedestal. Dudes define themselves that way. I said, man, listen, I'm glad you putting that out there. And who else sees this? We all have to see this, man. These cats are stuck on materialism. All of them. They trust that their wealth is in how much they got, not what's in them. What's on them, What's in them don't matter. These dudes, man, do not have moral compasses, man, at all. At all. You know, gold chain medallion, you know, ring, you know, low rider and all this. Look, man, dudes are losing it, man. Brothers are losing it. Brothers are losing it. I saw one brother, man, he had so much rhinestones and sparkly stuff on him. I swear to you, I thought it just reminded me of Liberace, man. Like, god dang, that's what it's come to. You know, high look, you know, like a damn fool. Like a damn fool. Crazy. Yeah, that's the get down, man. All right, James said, man. Oh shit. All right. I learned something new, y'all. Ha ha. There go James. Says conversation has become a broken record, bub. Shaking my head. So true. So true, man. You say, man, you say ain't shit finna change, bro. And even when shit do change, it ain't no good for us. Then we got to change that, bro. Alonzo said, man, James, black people, you need to tell loud for our people to hear. For our people to hear you. All right. You my friend until you not my friend. There you go. For Pockets on Groove, they is. Okay. Anthony Tibbs say, man, they know exactly what they're doing, but no doubt. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Rakufu. See, Bub, a lot of this young generation don't even respect their fathers or mothers, let alone the OGs. And the real OGs trying to educate the youth are being turned on by the evil G's. A good point. Great point. Again, part of the problem. So, you know, they go and they poison. They spill poison in the ear, man. A real homies that want to see better for these youngsters, right? They go put poison in their ears. Yeah, they do. Oh, I know them when I see them, homie. You know, they don't know it. But I know it when I see them. Yeah, they out there, man. They out there. Toxic. Yeah. Every gang got them. From the T-tiers to the agents to the corrupt homies. To the toxic homies. Every gang has them. And hey, man, there's probably more of them in that gang than it is solid or so-called solid gangbangers. Think about that. Think about that. Lonzo said, Watts need a peace talk. Shit, man, all of LA need a peace talk. You know, all of LA needs a peace talk. Long overdue, man. Long overdue, man. Yeah. Lonzo said, man, Watts need a peace talk. I'm going to back you and say, man, all LA needs a peace talk, man. Compton included. LA, Watts, wherever. Raymond Skull says, man, the illusion of a bag is a key distraction. Then begin, that's it's no plan of education or idea to move forward. We're on the brink of all out war, and not many people are focused on that. We just talked about this last week, man. We weren't here Friday, but the art of political discourse more than a week ago and said, drop some content, said, man, war is inevitable. You know, but our people, man, are so caught up. We're so distracted. We don't even understand what's happening. We don't understand from the majority of us that if the shit gets more out of hand than it is, hey, man, we're going to be the ones going to suffer more than anyone else. Facts. Facts. Anybody check out the unemployment rate? Check out the unemployment rate for black folk, man. Look at that shit. Donald Trump went, man, shit last year. He started last year in DC, federal jobs, taking them jobs. Y'all realize, man, the majority, he took over 300,000 jobs. The majority of those jobs were black women in those positions. All right. All the way up until January. In January, I think he took another 50,000. They're trying to force us out of the job, job space, the work space. You know what I mean? They're trying to make it to where, man, we can't even feed ourselves legally. So he's trying to criminalize us, man, even more so than, let's be honest, than we already are. That's not to say all us here in America are criminals, black Americans. I'm not saying that. But there's a great percentage of us who just, we are criminal minded. We are, a lot of us, but they're trying to officially make it that, man. So when you fire over 300,000 sisters in a system or in a job or in an employment economy or job market that has very few jobs to begin with, what's next? Got mouths to feed, man. What's next? Shit going on in the world, man, and we on social media, y'all. We're on social media watching brothers act like buffoons, like marks. We watch them snitching on each other, offing one another, putting our sisters on the blade, disrespecting mothers and fathers, brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. And it ain't just in our community, ain't just on the ground level. Look at entertainment. Look how brothers act with each other in entertainment. Look at the sports. Look how brothers treat each other in sports. And they'll go on social media as well. It's like, damn, man, we just messed up. We're messed up, man. We are at the precipice, man, of all our war, World War III. And we act like we like la-di-da. Man. So James say, man, so to the brothers who are living how they're living, life is either messed up and that's what they deserve, or life is good and that is what they deserve. Life is what you make it, point blank, period. I was about to say that, man, but you already put it in there, James. Appreciate that. It's what we make it. Again, choices, man. Choices. A lot of us don't want to make them choices, man. Because in a lot of their minds, man, it's too hard of a responsibility, to make, life worth living, for real. You know what I mean? It's easy, man, to be messed up or to put that, that out there, that negativity. That's why we see it. It's simple. It's simple, man. And it's simple like that because there's so much, man, that we're being bombarded with that we don't focus, man, or we don't want to focus. We allow ourselves to be distracted. We allow this shit, man. This is on us. It ain't on nobody else, man, at this stage. At this stage. Because like I said, man, like we all know, we know what the game plan is. We know what they're doing. We know exactly what they're doing. And yet we still play into it. Man. For Pocket say, man, I'm way in Texas, but the set came from the land, so I'm always respect and listen to the big homie from the Grove. I make it a point, man, to stress this, and this is no bullshit, for Pockets. I learned, man, a lot of what I learned, not just from Hoover's homie. I mean, hey, man, real spit. I learned this from all the homies Crips, Bloods, you know, Kumi, BGF. I learned a lot from brothers. I learned, man, to be able to discern what was helpful, what's beneficial, what was positive, what it was empowering to me. I learned to take that, extract that, and get rid of the other shit, man. I learned a little bit from all my brothers, man, and sisters, you know. So don't subjugate yourself. Don't subject yourself to just, you know what I'm saying, homie? The love, the respect, the knowledge, man, the empowerment from others, man, is out there. And that's the message, man, we got to be sharing with each other, man. We got to get it from all of us, man. Because if we allow ourselves to just stick or focus on one area, one group of people to lace us, you know, hey, man, we're going to miss something. We're going to miss something. That someone else, man, is very capable of sharing with us that will help to make us better men, better people. That's the point, right? That's the objective, right? To improve, to excel, right? We get that, man, from interacting with all our people. That's the way that go. It's just the way that go, bro. You know? Lonzo Johnson, man, I was raised to respect my elders. Yes, ma'am, and no, sir. All right? To this day, man, I shoot. Man, you know, when I see older black people, man, off the rip, man, my mind's like, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You know, all that shit, man, that matter. You know, that matter. And I can tell, man, when you do that with them, a certain satisfaction overcomes them. You know what I mean? It's like they, you know, they don't just feel a certain way. Their spirit light up like, yeah, it may be all right after all. You know? That's how I get that, bro. Yeah. Anthony Tibbs say, man, if everything you just said and the way you respectfully delivered it ain't nothing but the truth, I don't know what the fuck it is, homie. Hey, and again, see, we in our get down. This is our comfort zone, right? And we say this all the time, though, y'all. Even when we know we got a lot of idiots out there that don't deserve jack, man. They don't deserve to be uplifted. They don't deserve to be treated with respect. They don't deserve a whole lot of shit that we as people know we need to be giving to one another. You know, we got a whole lot like that, man, right? But look at it like this, man. The truth is in each and every one of us, man. It's in each and every one of us, man. And sometimes, you know, we get to the point we want to be subjective in terms of who we want to give it to, who we want to share it with, you know, who we want to, you know, encompass it with, embrace with, you know. We got to stop that. We got to stop the truth. We've just saying this, man, we got to speak truth to power, man. Because that's all it is. Lies don't carry no weight, man. Lies don't carry no weight. When we're talking about individuals who want to keep dropping this content that we know that they know is poison, that they know is toxic, it carries, well, their excuse for doing it carries no weight. It makes no sense. It doesn't. But should any of them brothers decide to speak truth to power, it's going to be heavy, man. They just don't realize that, though. They don't realize the weight in the truth, man. They don't. They don't. We all have that choice, man, to speak truth to power. We all have the ability. Saying something, man, that, you know, we, the RGC, you know, hold, you know, this, we don't have a monopoly on this shit, man. It's in all of us, but it's about a choice. It's about a choice, man. Do we choose to do this? You know? Who gonna do that? Who gonna speak truth, man, the way it posed? It's only one way to give it. It's uncut. You don't water it down. You know what we say here, man? Everything's above board here, man. It's uncut. Ain't nothing watered down. And that go for the RGC, man. When they come in, it's uncut. We got the script, man. We know what to say. We just have to say it and don't cut it. Don't water it down. Let the truth be bitter, man. That's okay. That's okay. They'll learn to appreciate it. Straight up, man. It's all work, man. Jay say all I know is this generation is growing up too fast. I mean, really, it's nothing new. But my point is they're missing out on crucial life experiences that they'll never go through being in the streets. And again, you are so right. Here's something else. And we got to, I think when we're talking especially about our people, man, our youth, they want to be grown, man. And in some cases, they look grown as fuck, right? Man, I know brothers, man, that ain't even in their 30s and they bald, right? Our young sisters, man, like they 30, 40-year-old women, and they babies. We have to look at what's happening, man. All this shit is happening to us, man, intentionally. Our children are growing up fast, man, and it ain't just what they're seeing in social media that's part of the culprit. It's also what they're eating, what they're smoking. All this shit, man, it creates in them. It's almost like, man, they've been hit with steroids, not just in the food, man, but in the weed, in the drink, steroids in social media. They ain't got time, man, to be children. They got to grow up fast, man. Who said? Who's dictating this shit, man? This shit crazy, man. I swear, man, I don't know. I work on me every day. I know it's necessary, I know it's necessary. Man, man, and man, listen, I ain't trying to fool nobody. I'm not trying to fool nobody, all right? But what you see right now, that's what the fuck, this what it is, you know what I mean? I ain't tell you about back then. I choose not to. Not proud of that shit. But I could tell you right now, man, to your face, man, this is me, man, and this is how this is who I've grown to be as a man. Mindful of everything, man, I do. I'm mindful of it, man. Trust and know. I'm mindful of the shit everybody else do around me. I'm mindful of it. That's that growth, man. Like you were saying, the experiences, man. Yeah, a lot of these kids ain't gonna never get that. And I think that my development was arrested, and it was, man. Just imagine what they're. We were talking the other day, me and somebody else, man, about our children, man, about the children today. They don't go outside, man. They don't, the things, that bring certain experiences to your life as a child. You know what I mean? Just being able to have fun, doing those things kids we used to do that help develop us. They don't do that no more, bro. That's gone. That's no longer a part of a tradition in terms of growth. All the things we used to do, man, you don't see that. You don't see that. Nah. Yeah, man. So too fast. They're missing lessons. They're missing experiences. Yeah, I agree. And that's not good for us, man. That's not good for them. Rakufu said, man, if the G's don't unite, suffering of the community, will continue. It's sad, but a cycle. This is the pattern. And we want to break the pattern. We want to stop this cycle, man. How do we do it? I'm suggesting, man, that our most solid man in the community, and hey, our G's, and then I'll go one further. There are other individuals who did not involve themselves in gangs. They're G's though, because they stayed true. They stayed true to the people. We don't see them, but they exist. We see the suckers, man. We see the sellouts. We see the agents. You know, we see these idiots. We see the ignorant. But man, I'm telling you, it's all kinds of brothers and sisters in all walks of life who stayed true to the people. It's hard to name them, man. You know, it's hard to pinpoint them. I think because a lot of us have been led to think that, man, our role models was this gangster type dude, you know, or individual, this thug, this hoodlum, this banger, you know. That could have been our first instance of distraction. When we were first distracted was then, you know. We were blinded. I don't know, man. Shit, but they exist. And I'm telling you, man, it ain't just our G's we need. It's all of them. It's everybody. James say, pull on the block. And homie saying, this just the way it's going around here. Nah, you brothers need to change that shit and make it go a different way. You keep going right, you're gonna go left. You're gonna go left behind. All right. Facts though. Yeah, man, we got to figure this stuff out, man, because I'm telling you, hey man, we're not winning, man. We're not winning. These brothers in the streets doing what they're doing, they are not succeeding. It's not a success. Again, man, Underground just did some shit 2 weeks ago, said this shit. There is no success in this shit, man. None. But we got individuals pushing content as though it's successful. But for who? It can't be the young kids getting this shit that y'all dropping, this content, this narrative, that this shit is all, you know, it's all good. It's only one segment of individuals who could possibly sit up and say, oh man, this is successful. But we're talking about gangs and these youngsters in these gangs. What they're doing there's nothing, man. It's nothing successful about it, man. It's actually the end of their futures, man. The end of them. And you know, and for a lot of them, ain't no coming back. You got to know this, man. They're rigging this stuff to where now, man, you know, back in the day, you guys listen. When brothers used to get life back in the day, it wasn't 50 years to life. And it wasn't, man, they was giving them 1 to life, 7 to life, 15 to life. And guess what? That was like, you're looking at 30, 40 years. That's how they used to get the brothers back in the day in the 70s and the 80s. 7 to life. Man, brother wouldn't see the street for 40 years on the 7 to life. Mid 80s, late 80s started changing. They start putting them numbers on it, you know. 50, 60 years, you know, LWOPs. You know, some of them brothers made it up out of that. You know, a lot of them brothers in the late 70s, early 80s made it up out of that after doing 40, damn near 50 years, all of them. Not just from Hoover, man, all over. This how they was laying brothers out, man, stretching them out. Back then, they called it putting them on the shelf. They were putting them on the shelf, man. Come in young, wake up, find themselves getting old as a convict, man. Putting them on the shelf. Today, they're putting them on the shelf with 200 years to life. 300. You know, come on, man. They don't even got to give them the LWOP, man. Just tell them, all right, 250 years life. And these youngsters, man, they so messed up, they laugh. Like, I ain't even going to do all that time. You dumb fuck. You don't understand what they just said to you. But you want to make light of it. Now they with the numbers, man. And I mean just astronomical. You know, in the 80s, you know, in 4000, we used to call it Buck Roger dates. You know, we call them Buck Roger dates, man. This don't what they doing now, handing out this time to these brothers now. There's not even a phrase for it yet. I mean, and hopefully not hopefully, someone's gonna come up with a phrase for that. You know, Jetson, you know, something, but it ain't no getting back. That's the whole meaning, man. That's the whole point. Ain't no getting back, man. We got to save our people, man. That means, man, children, man. Come on, man. Now they got to grow up in the shit. And I used to regret having my kids come see me in prison. Sad as shit, man. Sad as shit. I didn't feel good. You know, I'm happy to see my kids. Come on, man. Then you got to answer them questions. And if that don't make you feel like a piece of shit, you got to know, man, what I'm talking about. You had to went through it to know what I'm talking about, man. Now, you know, couple that with your son coming into the cell with you, thinking it's cool. Nah. We got to save our people, man, best way we can. We got to figure out something, man. We got to figure out something. Raymond Scholes said, man, the young homies will follow firm leadership. However, it's trust issues in a lot of sections due to the negligence of and misguidance of OGs. Now, the youth have found their way through trial and error. I agree. Again, man, we got individuals, man. It's sad, man. They got these dudes, man, they're poison. They're toxic. They set up a lot of these young cats, man, for falls. You know, they would send them on missions, man, telling them you'll be the shit. You know, you're going to be hard. You're going to be down, you're there. Setting them up, man. I think, man, if the young ones would start to listen to certain individuals, it should only be because they had the mind to observe them first. To observe them first. And I mean not what they say, man, but what they do. If any of you young cats got a mind and it functions, observation, man, is your first teacher. You got so-called OGs, man, you know, hollering at you or whatever about whatever, man. That's cool. Listen, but pay more attention to what they do, how they do it, what type of men they are, how they carry themselves, man. Whether you watching them or anyone watching them or not, you know, that will be your first sign, man, as to what type of man, what character of man you're dealing with. Trust and know that, man. Trust and know that. You know, a pair of lips say anything, though. But what a person do, can't hide that, man. You can't fool me. You know, I see you. I see you, you know. You keep that in mind, young ones. Keep that in mind. James say, I lost 95% of my loved ones to the streets. 5% of natural causes, old age, health issues. Damn, bro. Don't even get me on that. Everybody that I grew up with in our generation, it ain't, man, I can barely count them on both hands now. Real shit. That we ran the streets together, that, you know, we ran with. Growing up as kids. Ain't that many, man. In fact, it's maybe 10 of us. Might be 10 of us left. Cold shit, man. Harvey Jones, shalom, right back to you, King. Queen Nzinga said, man, they don't give a damn about nobody, only about some money that ain't taking them too far. It's a sad damn shame. Yeah. And again, you know, we get these brothers, man, they get talking about what they got. All cap, man. And I call it cap because what you got, man, ain't taking you nowhere. You still with us. You still with us, though, dropping negativity, pushing bullshit. For all you got. You know? You still right here with us. In the thick of things and making things worse. You ain't went nowhere. Man. Rakufu said, for anyone listening from the RGC, I'd like to say cherish your mother and father if you have them and listen to them. Stay in school. You rarely get a real G like Bubble from these streets. Take care. Man, you said, man, your mother and father made me think about my mama. I'm telling y'all, man, especially you young dudes, man, listen. You mess around, man. Like these cats, we see them now on social media, they done. They're going to miss their mamas, man. They're going to miss the one person that loved them more than anything in this world, man. But while they was out here, I bet you, just looking at how they get out, they didn't give a damn, man, about their mamas. Yeah, we love our mothers. But I'm going to tell you what the street do, man. The street make you inconsiderate, man, and make you forget what real love is, man. Streets will convince you, man, that all the love you need and want is in the streets. It ain't when mama telling you, baby, just stay home tonight. I need to see you in by 10 o'clock. You know, baby, are you all right? Baby, you want to talk? You're going to miss every bit of that. You're going to miss every bit of that. And sad to say, a lot of y'all, man, you ain't going to be around when that time comes for your moms to go home, you know? Yeah, you're going to feel like a piece of shit. Man, I used to talk to the ancestors, man, just let me go home, man. See my mama one more time. I was fortunate. I was blessed. Straight up, man. And to this day, I still feel like I didn't, all the love I should have gave, I didn't give her. I just feel like that. But y'all gonna miss her. You got a father that love you, you're gonna miss him. You're gonna wish you listened. You're gonna wish. And shit gonna fall on deaf ears, man, because you ain't gonna be able to, man. Them walls gonna keep all they ain't gonna hear you, man. You so far away. Man, that shit gonna hurt, bro. You gonna wish, homie. You dudes is right here, right now. You still here? Start thinking. Start making them choices. It's gonna matter, man. It's gonna put you in a position to be at home when your mama needs you, when your father needs you, your wife, your kids, your brothers or your sisters. Inside, you're hopeless, man. Inside, man, you are insignificant. Nothing you can do, man. Nothing. You're just a number. Just a number, man. Inside of a concrete cage with another number. Powerless. Watch. You dudes, man, better understand, man. One life to live, man. One. That go for everybody. Go for everybody, man. I just had a thought for all you cats out here that want to be talking about what you got and somebody ain't this and ain't that, they a bum and they ain't got this there. Hey, man, the same people you see going up, hey, y'all, you see them same old people coming down. Life is like that, man. Chances go around, man. Everybody gonna get a turn. Everybody gonna get a turn, man. You better watch how you treat people. You're gonna feel it. Man, speak the truth, man. Lonzo said, man, I love human. I value real human relationships over money any day. Powerful, man. Well-seasoned kitchen. Blessings right back to you, bro. Right back to you, bro. Right back, bro. Real spit. Harvey Jones said, man, the most high bless you and all the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, may that happen, you know. Bless us, man, with some direction. Shit. Man, our spirits are dead, man. Man, this shit is sad as hell, tell you the truth. Oh, hold on, Raymond's go. Damn, I didn't see that, bro. You had a part 2 to that. Let me go back and find that. Well, maybe it's that way. I'm sorry, bro. Trying to find that. All right, I missed it, Raymond. Sorry about that. I'm gonna read it though. But you were saying continue. A lot of OGs are disconnected, but that doesn't excuse the asinine behavior of our people. It may not be too many G's around with the knowledge, character, and resources for our youth. You know, I've heard that said before too, though, Raymond. So a brother was telling me, yeah, man, you talking all this shit, you know, not like, you know, but yeah, man, what you gonna get the brothers? You gonna give them some money? Hey, motherfucker, better get a job. You know, what the hell you talking about? We telling them, man, get off the streets, man. You know, go get a job. That's a start. This is where you start to build, collect, you know, resources, gather resources. And not just in the financial sense, you know. A skill is a fucking resource, you know. Go get a job, man. You know what? So now, and that's another thing about a lot of them, they feel entitled. Oh, well, if you want me to stop doing it, you got to give me some money. I'm going to give you nothing but this advice. Go get a job, dummy. Because if you don't, one or two things are going to happen to you. Maybe three. You're going to take your ass to jail for a long time. You're going to end up gone. You're going to be strung out and homeless, just looking like a damn fool, pathetic. No, man, I'm not giving them nothing, man, but some solid, sound advice. Stop this bull crap, man. Start planning, mapping out your future. You either go to school, get you a job, man. You start building on your own, earn this shit, man. Ain't nobody giving us nothing. Ain't nobody giving us nothing. Real spit, man. You know, get a job. It's going to help you build your character. It's going to help build character. Because then you're going to understand what it takes, man, to go and earn a living. And you're going to have to mold yourself around that responsibility. You got to suck up a lot of disagreement, man. A lot of times you ain't feeling the boss, the supervisor, or the job. But you know you got responsibilities. You know you are accountable for what goes on. So, you know, you suck it up. That's character building right there. You're like, all right, man, gotta go do this. That's what I'm gonna give you, homie. Some advice. I'll give you nothing else, man. Nobody giving us nothing. Our struggles are real, man. Ain't nothing gonna fall out the sky in our laps, man. Nothing. And anybody with some real sense ain't gonna just give y'all nothing, man. You're not gonna appreciate it. You will not respect it. Give you some direction, man. Give you some advice. Go to school. Learn a trade. Or go get a job. Shit. That's what that is, man. Straight up. That's what that is, man. These cats, man, and these young girls, So every time you look around, they looking for somebody to give them something. You know, almost like they're selling themselves, man. Nah, man, stop that stuff, man. No, do for you. Learn that stuff. Learn how to take care of you legitimately, legally. Build your character. That's a quick way of doing it right there. Right there. That's a quick way. Rakufu said, Bub, it's like when I was coming up in the set in the early 80s, the number one statement in the community was, I'm a man before anything, or woman before anything. We need that mentality back strong. Real spit. So I used to tell the homies, hey, man, so doing time was a trip, man. And I tell you, it was such a trip to where I don't even like talking about it, because you just hear a lot of just ignorant shit. You know, I've heard cats say, man, I'm a Hoover for him anything. I just look at him. Are you? For real? You know, bust a bubble. I tell them, and not me. I'm a man first, homie. And Hoover shit come after the fact. I'm a man first. And I had to learn that. I didn't grow up just knowing that, man. You know, I grew up mugs telling me that shit, that I was a Hoover Falls anything. What? Man, nah. We're men and we're women. We're black men and black women first. First. You know? Straight up, man. I'm a black man first. Right there, Alonzo. Exactly. A black man first, man. Raymond Scholes said, man, I've noticed the betrayal in the YouTube reaction game. You see it, right? Hey, man, this stuff ain't hard to see, man. It ain't hard, man. It ain't hard. But, you know, you're going to say, and these same dudes don't do nothing when they see each other. All right? Clout and notoriety, will be the downfall of many. Again, man, listen. Now, you know, a lot of cats get punked, and then, you know, a week later, it's, oh, man, that was just content. Okay, I would never be a part of that game. I'm a man first. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play with you like that, man. We not gonna have, you know. I had to tell one individual, look, man, I ain't in all that, man. I'm just saying this, you know, because I think, you know, I have a right to say this. I'm a man. You say what you want, cool. I ain't got no problem with that, but I don't do the back and forth. This is what it is, homie. I'm done with it, you know, because I don't play them type of game. These cats play too many games. Today they cool, and tomorrow they ain't. Now, how much of that is for content, I can't say, but to me, it sure look fun. It sure looks serious enough to me. You know, it sure looks serious enough to me. And now, if that's the kind of environment you in, then I'm telling you, man, that ain't safe. That ain't safe. You know, now the ones, and I don't admire them, but you gotta be like, yeah, that man, he kind of smart. The ones who never show their face, but all in the thick of things, you know what I mean? They in the thick of it, man. They telling who's telling, they telling who said did what to who said, they boom, you know. It you know, I think about that often too. It wouldn't be surprised if that's the police. Just know too much. You know more than the game bangers. You know shit for the game bangers. Hey, man, I'm just saying. You know, but that's that system. That's that environment, man, where it's almost like it's just cutthroat. There's no honor. There's no respect even in that. You know, hey, man, I'm just reacting. Why you tripping? Why you tripping? I'm just reacting too, you know, and so it's like, you know, getting animosity is building because your reaction was better than his? I don't know. But I'm telling you, that don't seem like a safe environment to me. You know, at least that's not an environment I want to be in. Because again, I wouldn't play them type of games, man. That's BS right there, man. You know. And again, you know, so you get to saying some stuff. You know, either you about it, or you a punk. One or the other. And if you about it, then now your career's over. Come on, man. That's just detrimental, man. It's all bad, bro. So yeah, Raymond, you ain't never lied about that. All right, Al, I see you, brother. Salutations, brother, you and the Queen and the entire RGC. I hope everyone had a great weekend. B1 equals black first. That is so true. B1, y'all. Be the one to represent black first, all right? Our weekend was great, you know? And I have to say it, man, I got a lot of rest, man, because I be exhausted myself. I be up, you know, researching, checking out stuff. But anyway, we enjoyed our weekend, man. I hope, you know, may your weekend have been as good as ours. You know what I mean? And you and yours, man, just enjoyed your time together, because I know we did. You know, good seeing you though, bro. Always. James said, man, the internet turned our people into lames and busters. Let's keep it 1,000. The real brothers are the brothers who ain't on YouTube with a platform promoting garbage. Real brothers don't go for it. All right. Yeah, man. But you get some faking the funk. There's one guy. This guy's so messy. He's not even a gangbanger. But in everybody's business. And then he's telling them that they ain't shit and and again, I'm not advocating, I'm not promoting, I'm not glorifying gang activity. I'm just not, man. Trust me when I tell you this. But when you see individual and he on everybody who's supposed to be a gangbanger's neck, and he just, hey, I'm like, see, this how you know, hey man, it's time. It's the best thing for us to leave this gang shit alone. It serves no purpose. Not one constructively anyway, not something positive. You know, it doesn't empower nobody. You know, no more than the individual who's not a gangbanger, you know, not even from the area, his content serves anybody. It don't. Because it don't. You know, it's all about browbeating. It's all about, just look at the content, man, of all of them. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff, man. These brothers, man, are just in it to destroy. This individual in particular talks about the destruction of the black community by gangbangers, while at the same time he's helping to destroy blacks in gangbanging. You know, that makes no sense. You're not saying, hey, man, you're not, you know, you're not pushing positivity. You know, you get your bag too, and you're not going in these communities, man. You know, you go to No Jumper and, you know, wherever you're invited, back on Fig or whatever, but that's as far as you go. You know, why don't they have a symposium? Why don't they have a situation where they come, these guys, and they talk to the public? You know, anybody's invited. You know, if you feel insecure, make sure you got, you know, the Garrett wands out front so nobody comes in with no weapons, you know, and talk that talk. I go for any of them. None of them built like that, man. They not. You know, just not, man. Yeah, a lot of cornballs. my homeboy, I used to, he said, Bud, a lot of these dudes, they the middle of a corn dog. I'm telling you, when he said it to me, I'm like, man, what the fuck you talking about, man? What, you know, we were on our way somewhere, right, to the store or whatever. And we just having a conversation, man. We talking about the same stuff we talking about now. He said, man, but for real, man, a lot of these dudes ain't nothing but the middle of a corn dog. I'm like, man, check this out, man. What are you talking about? What the hell is that? You know? He hit me, I start laughing. He said, weenie, man. I said, oh my God, bro. No shit. All right. You know, but yeah, a lot of corn dogs, man. Middle of corn dog, a lot of corn balls, you know, a lot of sellouts, a lot of, T10, just a lot of, just a lot of negative BS, man. A lot of detrimental shit. You know, they ain't helpful to nobody. You know, who does it serve? How does any of this shit help our people, especially those who need help the most? Tell me. I'm all ears. But James said a lot of cornballs and sellouts, nobody's with platforms on YouTube. I don't know any of them because I know who the real is. All right. If you know, you know. Internet is a bunch of square ass lames. Yeah, and it don't even have to be like that, man. That's the cold part. Don't have to be like that. Raymond Scott said the mothers of the day are friends of their kids. Let me put that up, man. Raymond Scott said, man, the mothers of today are friends of their kids because they're young themselves. So they don't set standards or establish rules for their kids to follow. Most aren't even educated. All right. So true. Me and the wife were talking about this the other day. Somebody, some woman, supposedly grown ass mother, was talking to her child like, "Hey, bro, what, bro?" And I'm like, "What?" But that's what it's come to. See, that's where we at with this, man. Is social media to blame for that? Maybe. And there's a huge possibility that the social media has a hand in that. You know. But anyway, man, listen. This stuff is crazy, man. Oh, hold up, man. Rakufu said RIP Craig Munson. Are you serious? Oh, man, that's crazy. And I'm gonna say this, not because of, but his sister's coming on the podcast this weekend, man. My condolences, Mary. If that's the case, my condolences. Nah, man. If that's the case, my condolences to the family, man. Wow. Yeah, man. Life short, man. Raymond Scott said, man, I can't speak enough times as to how graceful our people were back in the days. Look at the works of Angela Davis, Assata Shakur, Fred Hampton, to name a few. Pure grace and eloquence. Yeah, real spit, man. Quinn and Zinga said, that's right. We need to shine a light on our beautiful black men because there's some out here doing everything they are supposed to and more. Hello. Four Pockets said, man, salute to all the kings and homies, big and young, on the chat tonight. Love, peace, and hair grease. All right, Poke, I see you. I like that, Four Pockets. All right, hey, Poke, how you doing, bro? You say just got in, bub. Salute to you, the UTG and RGC. Much love to our black folk and focus on the focus, y'all. Al said, my wife and I sit with our grown children and their significant others and discuss life from every aspect weekly. All right. It's imperative that we share our knowledge with them so that they can share it with our grandchildren and their friends. Each one teach one. My focus is more internal than nuclear family. I try not to give much of my attention to what many outsiders do, even some black people. Yeah. You're going to say, man, everyone doesn't get a platform in my world. my circle of influence. Time is too precious to give it away freely. All right. And this is the reason why we're supposed to observe people, not just listen to what the heck they say. Let's watch what they do and let's watch how they do it. This is how we know. This is how you come to understand whether or not a person is worthy of your time. Like the whole other one saying, you don't waste your time on everybody. So I get it when the RGC is saying, hey, man, we can't, everybody is not deserving. We're not going to be able to save some of them, and they're going to be the ones we recognize to be those who don't want to be saved, don't want to improve, don't want to grow, excel, or be empowered. So I get that. I get that. I get that. And I'm telling you, I get it only because I get it, you know, straight up. Yeah. I respect that. Real spit. Raymond Skull 102 said, Bub, I understand what you're saying about big homies preventing the potential BS. But if an issue occurred that led to that, I'd hold my own accountable for the breaching the security of our section. Okay. All right. Pope Mitchell, man, he says, man, Al Thomas, man, what up, King? I hear you. I hear you. Hope you and your family are doing well. Alonzo, man, appreciate it, Alonzo. Hey, man, listen. Thank you for that, brother. Alonzo says, hey, man, I'm sharing this show. This is fire. Appreciate that, bro. Like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe to Under the Groove Podcast, everybody. Because, listen, this is where we touch bases with the people, y'all. This is where we come in and we link in, like Al said. See, it ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't here, you know. But those that are here, those that come, whether they late or not, doesn't matter, man. Late better than never. We coming because we connecting, man. There's something to be said, something to be heard. And it ain't just from me, the host, you know. The RGC got fired. Bro said, man, listen. Al said, man, everyone doesn't get a platform in my world. My circle of influence. Time is too precious to give it away freely. That means something, man. That means something. To me, man, that means that who we see, when we see them here, man, that's what this is for. You know, not only that, but we give it to each other. You know what I'm saying? This is how we spread these gems and jewels. You know, this is how we get up on some stuff, man. When we leave here, man, it's going to be something we remember, man. And when we sit down with our people and have our conversations, we remember that and we'll impart that. We'll say, hey, man, you know what? Think about this. What you think about that? You know what I mean? That conversation, man, this is how we bind and build. You know, this is how we strengthen the family, man. This is how we bring them information. This is how we educate them, make them more knowledgeable. This ain't for everybody. It's really not. And I don't expect that everybody will be, you know what I mean, man? I don't expect to reach everybody. We should not expect to reach everybody. Some don't want to hear it. So we have to let them be. I'm kind of saddens me, but hey, you know, I'm just of the mind, you know, I don't think all the time our people are expendable, you know? So that it is, man. And I'll go on to say, man, I learned a long time ago that you cannot change anyone. They have to want to change more than we want them to change. That's the reality. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. Again, all we can do is advise somebody. Hey, the choice is yours, though. You know, that choice belongs to you. It does not belong to me or anyone else. But I can advise you. If you allow, I can give you some guidance. But in terms of you correcting whatever it is need to be correct in your life, that's on you. That's on you, man. You know, straight up, man. All right, y'all. I'm long in this, man. Ooh-wee. She's being real nice tonight. I love her for it. Rakufu said, man, I strongly recommend everyone read at least 30 minutes straight every day. Believe me, it's like exercising your body, and it's good for your health. Exercising your brain/mind by reading is mental health. Strengthening that brain muscle, man, for real, for real. Yeah, dudes don't appreciate the mothers enough, y'all. I know I missed mine. I ain't gonna lie. Jonathan Roper says, man, better men, better people. LA can change the black landscape worldwide. They infiltrated the streets. And that reminds me, I was reading some the other night, you guys, and I had to agree with what I read. And it basically, well, mainly it said that we're giving away our oomph, our moxie, our wherewithal, what we know, how we are, who we are. We're giving it away, and they're taking it and they're exploiting it. They're benefiting on it, whereas we just sit back and watch them, benefit off how we are, who we are, how we speak, dance, sing, live. We're giving it away, They've infiltrated it, man. The culture vultures actually exist. They really, really exist. And we're too quick to let them in, to let them know things, That's harmful to us, I think. Modu, he says, salute. I hope I pronounced that right. Modo. He says, salute and protect the babies. Yes, yes. You're going to say only Ricos and football numbers coming with the street life. Tell the truth, man. And that's it. On the Fed level, that's kind of worse. You know what I mean? Especially if they get you with them double digits up in the 20s and 30s. You're going to do that. The state level, they're worse in terms of numbers. In that, yeah, you'll die there. You'll die there. The feds, they'll give you, if they give you 40, you're going to do 38, 36, 37. You might do all, I don't know. But the state, they're giving you hundreds of years, you guys. You young dudes, man, and you sisters. They're going to give you the type of time where, man, you're not coming home. You're not coming home, man. That's the type of time they're giving up. Like the brother said, it's only Ricos and football numbers, that's coming with this street life, y'all. And that's why I guess a lot of you dudes think they can start telling on each other, think they get a smaller sentence. Maybe some can. I don't know. Not in that life. But hey, man, I don't think it's a mystery that a lot of these cats work for them. They didn't got out of situations. Whereas, when you do the crime, you're supposed to do the time. You know what I mean? But here they are. No telling. Yeah. Modo. I hope I said that right, brother. I hope I said that right. Anyway, Modo says that we have to shift the standard of being a man. It's sad that it's at the hands of our own community. We're all one cousin away from kin. Real spit, bro. It's us doing this, y'all. Nobody else doing this. Hey, man, we're at a time, an era where we got to stop this stuff about him. They did. Oh, yeah, man, we got that part. But look at what we're doing. This is why they continue to do the shit they do, though. They should look at dummies. They still blaming us, whatever, but they biting. They steady doing this shit. All we did is just put it out there, Nobody told y'all to run with it, B60M, man. So nobody never listens to the broke man. They don't understand he is speaking from a life of experience. Right. Rich man don't know nothing, but he think he got him some money. He think he in. All right, Keith, good to see you again, brother. Peace right back to you. Peace and blessings to you and the family, loved one. All right. M13, you know, how you doing? All right, peace right back to you as well. All right, Sam Evans, there you go. You say a shit show out here, Big Bub. Tell me about it. Actually, man, it's sad. You know, it is. It's a shit show, but it's sad, bro. It's sad, bro. I'm telling you. We gotta, I don't know, man. We gotta figure this shit out though. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm preaching to the choir, no doubt. Preaching to the congregation. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for us, man. Not a damn thing. They rather see us continue on the path we on, man, than to see us stop in the direction we're going in and change directions. They rather that not happen, right? Don't nobody give one flying flick about us, man. Nobody gonna give us nothing. Ain't nobody gonna help us do nothing or anything. It's on us. But like Al said, man, and I have to agree, it starts with the individual. It starts with us first as men and women, and then it evolves, it grows, you know what I mean? It becomes this thing in the family. The family, you know, the family, man. And the family reach out to other families, like-minded. And they share knowledge and experiences. You know, they talk about that, what's right, what's righteous, what's good and productive, what's positive for the people, man. They're laying stones, you know, cobblestones, man. They're paving the road, man, for those who coming behind us, man, to follow. I'm telling you, this is the only way. Us thinking that somebody's going to help us out of this shit, man, that's just wistful thinking, man. We all we got. We can't say that enough. Be one. We have to be black first, man. We have to love ourselves first. You know? We have to take care of ourselves first before we can do anything for anybody, man. You know? And it starts with us first, the individual. We all got choices, man. And it's up to us, man, in determining what road or what choice we're going to make for our lives, you know? And will those choices, or are those choices beneficial? Are they the type of choices that will empower us to be better men and women, to have stronger families, more loving, unified, respectable families? That's what that shit is about, man. Straight up. All right? That's what that's about. The resource is not financial. Raymond Scott said the resource isn't financial. Great advice and direction. Great advice and direction is great. The feeling of entitlement can lead to stagnation. All right? Straight up, man. All right, everybody. I love you guys, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. B1 equals black first. This is Under the Groove Podcast. Listen here, man. Love yourselves. Take care of yourselves so that you can love and take care of those who really need it the most. I'm telling you, when we reach that point in our lives where we have love for self, we take care of self, we'll know who needs that love that we have an abundance of for self. You know, we'll know who needs, you know, that help and needs being taken care of. We'll have that to give to them, man. That being said, you are, you have, and you will be under the groove. Power is in the people, y'all. It's in the people. Let's take care of one another. Have a good night, people.
Count the names, count the bodies, count the victory. Cullen Hughes, Hurst, the right of future history. From the Apollo to the Borough to the Sphere. where the echo of those Harlem nights still ringing clear. So when they ask what happened in those tenement flats, between the spirituals and where consciousness is at, tell them we transform suffering to scholarship and song. Tell them we've been telling you we're brilliant all along. The Renaissance will prologue every decade since the sequel. Every black child born's continuation of the people who survived the Middle Passage, survived the Jim Crow laws, and built magnificence from nothing but their vision and their flaws. It's in the sergeant, is once a less than had this had to and restages. Please don't you, I can't stop us. Power sensitive plot, you the applause for polls. Need your data, talks and counsel, any problem when the wet just wanna build the season big. Now don't get the pause. It's just erasing up the times, plead the markets off the main. Make it on the fans, turn the neck and love the durn. Suffer like a kesha. You been from the preaching up, I'm sorry, see chillun, bitch on the shake and untrue seeing vets, someone the very inch on Gary Land. Be hell in heaven, you see what the bonnet feel. If wait, talking for the marker, make the key to pull the trumpets on the boats to the singer land is carried open, slowly keep us looking on my mother, break it generous, he pour the heat and let the peasant be, it's every time we keep a spawn.